Godolphin handler Charlie Appleby was granted a trainer's licence in July last year, and after saddling over 60 winners in his first season, there's no doubt the new acquisition to the Godolphin ranks has proven to be a shrewd move. Already among the winners at Maidan, the man from Plymouth took time out from his busy schedule to chat to us about his hopes for the remainder of the carnival and his success to date. Well, Charlie, big thanks for your time today. I know you're an extremely busy man, but you've had a cracking start to the carnival. You couldn't have gone any better, really, could it?
No, it's gone great. Thank you. That's a pleasure. No, it's gone great. The team have done a fantastic job back at the yard there, and I say thanks to Sheikh Mohammed and Godolphin for giving us this opportunity to have this calibre of horse to bring to the carnival. First night was obviously a great start for us, you know. A Took winning and then followed up by Fulbright. So yeah, no, couldn't have gone any better.
Well, let's talk a bit about a Took then, being as you mentioned him. Of course, he's had a couple of runs already. Very impressive in that race on the turf. Perhaps a little bit unlucky last time, perhaps drawn on the wrong side?
Yes, thought we were a bit unlucky as well. Just drawn, the speed was on the far side, and typically with those sprints, unfortunately, that's where you've got to be with the speed horses. So he's come out the race fine, and you know, we're backing him up again in a couple of weeks' time as similar conditions again. So, you know, as you know, with those sprinters, you just those results flip-flop week in, week out with them. So as long as you can pitch up healthy and sound, he'll be back again in 2 weeks' time. After that success in the Shergar Cup, we put him away specifically to come out here for the campaign. So that's why he was. You know, people all asked why he did not. We hadn't seen him since the Shergar Cup, but that's why he was just put away. Perfect mark to come to Dubai with.
And what's the plan for the future? Obviously, he's won that handicap. Do you think that he's good enough to contest something on World Cup, like likely the Alcross Sprint?
Again, no, with those sprinters, if you just got to get them in good form, once they're in top form, they can project to, you know, running £10 above their actual, you know, official rating. And he's a sort of a horse that he won comfortably on the first night. I say we're just unfortunate on that last run, and we're back. I say we'll run him again in 2 weeks' time and see where we go from there, basically.
And as you said, a good opening meeting for you with Fulbright also winning. This was his second year in the Emirates. He ran a couple of nice races last term, but he seems better than ever this year, doesn't he? He
does, yeah. His form dipped away back in the UK after his Dubai season, so he was just given a bit of a break there, and we felt that probably dropping back to 7 suits him as well. You know, a mile is a perfectly good option for him, but I think he's probably seen to a better effect over 7. He came down in the handicap nicely as well, and won that race comfortably on the first night. Like I say, we backed him up again there a few weeks later, and he's probably just a little bit outclassed in that Group 2, to be fair. He's just bordering on that, so he's more of a listed Group 3 type of horse.
The horse who's definitely been the most impressive winner for you was Cato Mountain. I mean, just tell us about this horse. Did he surprise you as to how easily he won on the second meeting?
He did surprise us on how easily he won. We were confident he was going to be running very close that night. His work had been good, but his profile back in the UK was, he was 4 from 4 on the synthetics at Kempton, being a street cry. You know, they just loved that surface, and again, once he won that last race around Kempton there, he was put away specifically to come over here at the right mark. He's gone up to 112 now. Going forward with him now, we'd probably still take the handicap route and try and run him in one more handicap, but you know, those decisions will be made at a later stage.
Do you envisage him being good enough to contest Group Company in due course?
Possibly. He's got that profile. He's got a very, you know, progressive profile at the moment, and where we end up, we'll see in time. But at the moment, he's come out of that run very well. I'd have to say, it probably looks like he's come on again for it. But like I say, we're probably going to go down the handicap route still, and see where we go from there. The thing with that type of horse is you're rolling with they're progressive, and their confidence is getting better with each run. So it is a stepping stone effect, rather than we could all sit and wait. So we'll put them straight into a group race where you might just knock yourself backwards again. But you know, if he were to go and win that handicap again, he's on that profile. We could end up sooner rather than later in group class.